So why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself?
All right, sir. Well, my name is Matthew Smith, and I'm a sophomore at Temple University. And I believe my two strongest qualities are my ability to balance my work schedule and my work ethic. I work very hard. And this work ethic started out when I was in middle school. I used to run a soda business for my peers. And while the kids were sitting playing video games, building forts outside, I was biking to the local grocery stores to go get soda for the next day's sale. And I didn't know it then, but I was actually learning some of the business principles I use today. One being the 4 P's of marketing: price, product, place, and promotion. For example, for promotion, I would have 50-cent Fridays where students could get 2-for-1 soda deals, and my sales would double this day. And I knew everything about the soda market in my school, and that was how much I was making per soda, what sodas sold the best. I even had a website for this middle school soda business. And those skills, my ability to transfer that work ethic and ability to balance my schedule, I was still on honor roll, have transferred to my college life. And I'm a full-time student at Temple University. I work 25 to 35 hours a week, nights, so I'm usually working until anywhere from 10 to 2 in the morning. And I even do a late night interview or internship with a radio station from 2 to 6 in the morning. And I'm still able to keep a 3.24 GPA. And I think that says a lot to my character about how I can balance my schedule. And I'm one of those people that if I want something done, I do it myself. And it's not to say I don't work well in teams, but I'm that person that's going to go the extra step and make sure it's done right.
Okay, can you describe a significant accomplishment?
Okay, well, hands down, my most significant accomplishment was through hiking the Appalachian Trail. I might refer to it as the AT, just FYI. But the Appalachian Trail is a footpath that goes from Georgia to Maine, and it's 2,181 miles. And it took me 199 days, and I loved every second of it. I learned so much about myself and life, and it was just the greatest experience of my life. And I ended up completing it and in its entirety. But one thing I wasn't expecting to learn was business teamwork. And I ended up networking with 3 random hikers on the trail in the state of Maine. And we really showed that we could form an effective high-performance team. We went through all the stages of forming a group: forming, storming, norming, and performing. And we got to know each other. We figured out what made each other tick. And we really motivated each other to continue hiking and to continue getting the trail done. For example, we took turns being transformational leaders. And my one buddy, Red Stripe, who is from North Carolina, and he's one of my greatest hiking buddies. I loved hiking with the guy. He would get really, really frustrated over small things, whether it was a fly going into his ear or him tripping over a rock and stubbing his toe. He would just throw tantrums. He'd throw his stuff down and get really amped up. And he's like, "I'm done with this. I'm not hiking anymore. I'm going home. Next town we're in, I'm hitchhiking out. I'm going home." And we'd always have to sit him down and be like, "Red Stripe, calm down, man. We're going to be in town in 5 miles. We're going to get a nice dinner. We're going to have a nice soft bed to sleep in tonight." And immediately he'd be like, "Oh yeah, that's right. We're almost there." And through using individual consideration, we were always able to motivate him and keep him going. And we actually summited it as a group, Team Safe Decisions, on October 10th, 2011, and to finish our journey. And I'm still very good friends with him, friends with all of them, Red Stripe, Clutch, and Yoga Boy. To this day, I still talk to him very regularly.
Great. So why don't you tell us something you learned in class?
Sure. I'd have to say the most shockingly important thing I learned in our class was the impact of social media sites on business. When I came into this class, I had no idea I would be graded on how many likes my Facebook group could get for a project. and I really didn't know how hard that was. I had to ask each of my friends individually to like this page, and really I had to beg some of them to like it, but we did it, and we did it very well. But then I read an article in the Wall Street Journal about how companies are incorporating social media networking to their to their business strategies, and they're making up mascots for social networking users to relate to, because they feel that they'll relate to a mascot more usefully than a formal business plan. For example, the ticket StubHub has the ticketing oak tree, which the leaves are the leaves are tickets, and Flo, the progressive sales clerk. And these mascots have serious followings on social networking sites. Like the Flo, the progressive girl, has 3.5 million likes or views on Facebook. And to have that number of people at your fingertips, to press one button and have it go to 3.5 million people and have it pop up instantly on their Facebook page, that's pretty powerful business, I guess, potential business revenue. And I think it's going to be interesting how businesses transform this likes to revenue in a measurable way. And I'm very interested. Like even LinkedIn is a new social networking site where professionals connect. And I think it's not long before businesses require, me as an employee to have a LinkedIn site so I can keep up with my peers and where they are. And I think my job as an up-and-coming professional is to be, how do we incorporate this social media strategy into an overall business strategy? And I think this class really made me realize a whole new market that I can potentially capitalize on.
Great. Well, we want to thank you for your time.
Thank you
very
very
much.
Thank you very much, sir.